many of you like to wait? I don't see any hands. I did a lot of waiting this week. I spent some time at Liban Post, a long time. I sat there a long time. I waited actually a lot this week for my daughter. My daughter arrived on Friday morning, and my coworkers can attest, and my family excited and distracted because I was waiting because my daughter was coming, and I haven't seen her for 4 months, and I'm so happy that she's here. But the story today is about somebody who was waiting. So let's read it. It says, when the time came for the purification rites required by the law of Moses, Joseph and Mary took him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. As it is written in the law of the Lord, every firstborn male is to be consecrated to the Lord and to offer a sacrifice in keeping with what is said in the law of the Lord, a pair of doves or 2 young pigeons. We know this because when we look at this law in the Old Testament, we can see that this was the smallest gift. In the Old Testament, we can see that this was the smallest gift you could bring to redeem your child. If you had money, you were supposed to bring a lamb and a dove. But if you were really poor, you could bring 2 doves. And so we know that Joseph and Mary didn't have a lot of money. And we know too that Jesus was still a newborn. He was probably around 40 days old, so just over a month. So he's little. He's a tiny baby still. Ellen White says that the priest who dedicated him, right, the parents would dedicate the baby to the Lord. And Mrs. White says that the priest who held the baby didn't see anything special or unusual about their baby. They probably did a whole bunch of them every day. Nothing special, nothing to see. The priest didn't notice anything special about this baby. But there was somebody in the temple who did notice that this was a special baby. So we read the next section. It says, now there was a man in Jerusalem called Simeon. Who was righteous and devout. He was waiting for the consolation of Israel. And the Holy Spirit